What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Blackwater. I just finished 3 days in South Texas with the man, the myth, and the mullet, Mr. Mullet Man himself. We had an awesome time down there. Did some stuff that I really enjoy doing, and you guys, before I spoil anything, jump on over there to his channel and check those out. It'll be 3 videos. I know he posted one yesterday, and the other two will be coming around shortly. Awesome experience. It was a blast for me getting to meet another guy here from Central Texas that enjoys the outdoors as much as I do. And just an awesome time. We had a great time, but you guys run over there and check those out. Pretty legit videos coming out on his channel over there. Anyways, today's video here on Blackwater is about helping you guys get prepped for dove season. You're only a couple days away. It's what all good outdoorsmen use as the kickoff for our hunting season. Gets our blood starting to flow. I know most of us think about it year round, but this is the ultimate. This is when it's go time, and you got to be prepared for that. I'm going to help you guys out with some tech tips on and what I use to make my dove hunting more successful. And then one of the biggest things is, how do you get through dove season without getting yourself a ticket? Game wardens love to be out opening weekend. Everybody's going to get checked. There's a bunch of stuff that everybody already knows, but there's also a couple little things that most people don't know about that are really costly if you get caught. So you guys stick with me. We're going to make sure that this weekend you go out, kill some birds, have a great time with your family and friends, eat well, and don't walk away with a ticket. Well, I was going to do this video outside today since it was nice, but the wind is absolutely whipping out there. You guys wouldn't be able to hear me real well, and then I was going to go inside and do it there at the office, but there's a cleaning lady there right now, and so I'm not going to make myself look stupid. So y'all are stuck with me in this inside view of the Ford truck. To get things started, the first thing that you need is obviously your Texas hunting license, your valid Texas hunting license. They expire, your 2018-2019 license, which is the license you used this deer season, expires on August 31st. So what you will need to do is go to Academy, Cabela's, Walmart, wherever, or online, and pick yourself up a new license. And one of the important things that you need on there is to make sure that it has that HIP certification on there. That is required. We'll check that out while they're looking at your license. So go pick one of those up. I advise everybody to get the Super Combo because it takes care of everything you need. Or if you're a younger guy that's got a little money, or you're a dad that wants to get your daughter or son taken care of, go ahead and get the lifetime license. I think it's anywhere from like $1,000 to $1,800 depending on how old the person is. One-time fee, never have to worry about it again for the rest of your life. The second thing that I always try to get my clients and hunters to pay attention to is the plug inside of your shotgun. You have to have a plug in your shotgun. Your shotgun can hold no more than 3 shells while you're dove hunting. That means 1 in the chamber and 2 in the tube. The best way to do that is obviously most of them come with a plug, or you can put a plug in there. I've even seen people make plugs out of sticks or dowel rods or whatever it is. Either way, that being said, put 1 in the chamber, rack a shell in the chamber, and then stuff 2 in the tube. Then take a 3rd shell, like you were going to put 4 shells in the gun, and try to push it up in there. As long as it doesn't allow that one in there, you're good. If it does allow that one in there, then your plug is either A, not in there, or B, it's not long enough, and you need to make an adjustment on that to save yourself from getting a ticket when the game warden checks you out. The third thing on legalities is, you see, and you have seen, and I'm sure you've participated with people before, that pull their truck into the field, drop the tailgate down, or pull their Ranger, ATV, UTV, whatever, side by side into the field, spin that around, drop its tailgate down, turn around and start hunting. It's great. You got guys hunting side by side. It's all fun. Legally, you can't do that. You cannot be hunting, leaning against, sitting on a vehicle that has the ability to move through the fields or chase birds around or anything like that. You need to be in a stationary position, sitting on your cooler, sitting on your bucket, sitting in a chair. It's not a problem to take your UTV or your pickup truck out into the field, park it, and just get yourself away from it. If the game warden pulls up and you're sitting on a tailgate shooting birds from a tailgate, has the ability to give you a ticket for that, and that's something that a lot of people don't pay attention to. So don't hunt from your tailgate this year. Just save yourself the trouble. Take a chair, put a chair out beside the truck, and hunt from the chair. or a bucket or a cooler, however you want to do that. The next thing on the list would be party pictures. So, and I'm not talking about alcohol. I just everybody be responsible when you're out hunting or doing whatever it is that you're doing. But party pictures in this sense means the big tailgate pictures or number pictures with the birds. You can't combine birds for a picture. It makes an awesome picture if you and four of your buddies go out and you shoot 60 birds in the morning and you pile in a big pile and everybody stands behind them and you take a big picture of you guys with 60 birds. That it looks awesome. It's great for Instagram, great for Facebook, cool for YouTube. However, it's illegal. Your birds have to stay separate. So, fair warning that if a game warden pulls up and you've got a pile of birds on the tailgate and they're not split up individually with each person having their own set of birds, you can get a ticket because the game warden doesn't know if you've shot 20 and your buddy's only shot 10 or however it is. So keep your birds separate and save yourself the headache when it comes to that. Baiting fields, most people already know that. There's a few people that don't, but it has to be a general agricultural process. You hear a lot of people hunting milo fields or cut this field or cut that field, whatever it is. That's all fine and dandy as long as that stuff's done ahead of time. There are some regulations you can look in the book that show like how long that has to be done before it's able to be hunted and stuff like that. Don't be the guy that goes out to a dry tank dam and takes a bag of milo with him and throws milo all around the tank dam when there's no milo growing out there anywhere, and then expect the game warden to believe that you had milo in the back of your truck 2 weeks ago and drove around the tank dam 16 times and all the seed fell out on the ground and there just happens to be birds there now. You can't do that. You cannot hunt baited areas. Don't go shoot birds off your deer feeder. That would be considered a baited area. Water holes are great. Nothing against hunting water holes. Shoot them all up, man. That's something that's legal. It's a blast and it works great. The limit of birds you get to take is 15 per day. A lot of guys, we sell a lot of dove hunts, and one of our main questions is, can we shoot 15 in the morning, bring those back, clean them, go back, shoot 15 in the evening? The answer is no. You get 15 birds per day, so it's not per time that you go out. And in the state of Texas, I believe that you will be ticketed per bird over the legal limit, which will get expensive in a hurry. So don't do that. 15 birds a day is an awesome amount. Your first 3-day hunt for the opening weekend, 45 birds, great amount of birds to take with you wherever you need to go. Just be very mindful of how many birds you're taking, and knowing that you're not allowed more than 15 per day, whether you're allowed to hunt, morning and evening hunts, you still can only take 15 birds per day. So if you go out in the morning and you shoot 5 and you come back and you clean them, that's awesome. When you go back out in the afternoon, don't shoot any more than 10 and you'll be safe. In the state of Texas, we have our mourning doves, we have our white-winged doves, and there are a few areas that have what they call white-tipped doves. And if you'll read in your regulations, I don't know off the top of my head, but your regulations will tell you you can take 15 of mourning doves. I know that for a fact. And then on the white wings, I'm sure some of you guys will leave in the comments and correct me. You might be able to shoot 15 white wings. And then the white tip dove, I know there is a minimized limit on the white tip dove. The limit is an aggregate, so all combined, you can have no more than X amount of the white tip doves, and then your white wing and your mourning dove, all three total have to equal 15 birds or no more than 15 birds. So be careful about that. I have a lot of guys ask that question every year. And contrary to that, pigeons and the collared doves or Eurasian doves, ringnecks, whatever you want to call them, you can shoot as many of those as you want. There's not a limit to those. There's actually not even a season to those. So if you know you're shooting those, have at it. Have a blast with it. They're just as fun to shoot as dove, and they actually taste just as good too. Just be careful. If you don't actually know what it is, don't start whacking them and then be upset when you get yourself a ticket. The last bird on that list that enters into that dove type category, we do have Inca doves in the state of Texas. They're tiny. They're little bitty doves. A lot of times, they'll look like a small white tip dove, or a lot of people will confuse them for a small mourning dove. Anyways, they are Inca doves, and they are illegal to shoot at any time. There's not a set of limit that you can shoot them. You can't shoot them at all. Don't shoot an Inca dove. So before you go out, look at a picture, see if there's an Inca dove, if there's possibility of Inca doves being in your area, and if there are, look at a picture and see what an Inca dove looks like, and don't shoot an Inca dove. The best way I can tell you to keep from doing that is if you see a bunch of tiny doves, shoot big doves. Don't shoot tiny doves, because Inca doves don't get real big, and therefore if you stay away from shooting small doves, you'll probably not end up getting yourself in a situation where you've got an Inca dove on the ground and you don't know what to do. Another big question we get asked is, what type of gun should I bring? Obviously you're going to bring a shotgun, but it's whatever you're comfortable with. Anything from a 410 up to a 12 gauge and anything in between, they all work great. Whatever you're comfortable shooting, shoot that. When it comes to shells, there's tons of different brands of shells. I'm not going to tell you which one's my favorite because none of them are, to be exact. I go into the store, if they got a special on a case of shells and they're dove loads, then that's what I buy and that's what I shoot. Most of your stores are set up with, during dove season or right before dove season, they get set up and they have all this, the tents out and the mojos out and the coolers out and the shotgun shells out and the clay pigeons out. So most of it, it's real easy. If they don't have that out and you go look at the shotgun shells, just look for them. It'll say dove load real big right on the side of it. If you're hitting them with it and they're at close range, you're going to be just fine. And then lastly, as far as setups and stuff like that go, my go-to setup is always, I sit on my coolers. I'll take me a cooler out there, give me some ice in it, and then I will put my waters in there, bottled water, Gatorade, Coke if you have them. I get kidney stones bad. Stay away from the Cokes during the heat. They just wear me out. But I'll have a full case of water in there. That way I don't get dehydrated. I always take me some gallon Ziploc baggies. That's what I put my birds in. And then, after I shoot a bird, I put them in my baggie. I put my baggie back in there on the ice. My birds stay good the entire time. Once I get my limit, I'll clean them up then. But anyways, I'm sitting on my cooler. I've got my shotgun. I take my box of shells, keep that with me the whole time. And then I will also pick up one of these. This is a Mojo. This is the battery powered Mojo. They run about $30 at Academy, Cabela's, Bass Pro, anywhere you go. They're all anywhere from $25 to $30. They are battery powered. Has this little packet in the back. I believe they take four AA batteries is what you need to make one of these run. They do not come with batteries. You have to purchase the batteries separately. And then nowadays they got them, they don't have the screw-in wings anymore. It's just magnets. So you just slide it on there. Just like that. And then on the bottom of them down here, they have a little flip switch. You'll flip that on. Wings will start spinning. You're good to go. They do come with a stake. Stake that in the ground. Closer to you the better. You want to shoot birds as close as you can instead of lobbing pellets out there long ways off. Make sure you're ethical. Even though they're birds, the closer you get them in, the better your chances are of taking them down and not winging one and letting him fly around with pellets in him. If you don't want to pay $25 or $30 for about half that price, Mojo makes another decoy that is wind powered. So you slide the wings on like that. They have a little cup to them. If you're in a windy area, awesome. Set them out, the wind will blow and it'll spin those wings around for you. And then they also have the clip-ons. Guys that hunt fence lines, clip-ons are great. Clip those birds down that fence line on the barbed wire, sit back behind it, and just have a heyday, man. There's nothing more fun, in my opinion, than hanging out with a group of guys or gals, just shooting the breeze and shooting birds. After you get them all done and you knock your limit out and everybody's happy, you take your pictures separately. Take your birds on back, clean them up. There's nothing better than taking your thumbs, sliding that breast meat off of the breastbone, putting a little jalapeno cream cheese, wrapping it in bacon, throwing it on your Traeger pit and smoking it for a little bit. That and some fighting Texas Aggie football on a Saturday. It doesn't get any better than that in my book. I hope you guys really have a blast during this opening weekend of dove season. I know I'm going to. I'm going to try to. It's a little different for me. I've got clients that I got to make sure are having a good time and shooting birds and stuff like that. But it's always fun for me on opening day to get to throw a few shells in the old 20 gauge and fling a few pellets out there and see if I can't cook me something up special that evening. But you guys have a blast. I sure appreciate y'all watching this. Like I said earlier, jump over to Mullet Man's channel. Check out what we did the past 3 days. You guys are really going to like that. And if you don't mind, if you haven't already, subscribe. If you have, thank you so much. It means a lot to us. But if you haven't, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you hit the bell at top, that'll let you know every time we put out a new video, which we're going to try to do 3 times a week from now on. And if you enjoyed this or it's useful to you at all, please click the like button. Also, leave us a comment. I love interacting with you guys. Most of y'all know a lot more than I do. I do this for a living, but man, I'm 900 miles an hour, and I'm just trying to make it day by day. So if I left something out, or if I mentioned something that was wrong or might be harmful to somebody else, you guys drop down in there and throw me a comment. I don't mind getting chewed on or told when I'm doing something wrong. We're all learning here, and I'm learning just as much as the next guy. You guys have a great day. Thanks again for watching, and good luck out there in the dove fields.